Hey everybody, welcome back to World of Warcraft, where I take the opportunity to show you guys some more of the Legion artifact weapon quests and order hall stuff that I didn't show the first time. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marksmanship Hunter artifact quest, and we're going to be doing so here on one of my more low-leveled. This is so weird being here at level 11. By the way, do you guys like the triple white tiger thing I've got going on for this character? I've got a striped white tiger mount, I've got a white tiger pet, and a white tiger pet. 3 white tigers. I just think it's kind of cool. So, yeah, I've got most of the mythic Nighthold set here, the Eagle Talon set here for my Night Elf here, which added some extra eyes because of the helm. Plus, I've got the black bow of the Betrayer. It took forever to get this bow. And I thought it was just kind of fitting that the bow that drops from Illidan would be wielded by a Night Elf Hunter. Anyways, I bring up the level 11 thing because, as you can see, I have hardly any abilities. I don't even have talents unlocked yet on this character. At all. Now, I have actually been hearing from the community. I've been hearing some very positive things about Marksmanship Hunter going into this expansion. So, I was planning on having this character strictly be Marksmanship Hunter. The other hunter I have is mainly Beastmaster. I'll probably also use this character to show you the Survival Hunter, maybe even all 3, if I feel like it. So, but the Marksmanship was definitely the one I want to show. I will say the other 2 are interesting, so I probably will end up showing you those. It's going to be, like I said, it just feels a little weird with hardly any of my actual abilities here. Like, you know, I'm a level away from getting Bursting Shot. I don't have Concussive Shot. Like, there's a lot of stuff I just don't have right now. All I have is Arcane Shot, Steady Shot, and Aim Shot. And that's it. It just feels a little weird. So, anyways. Let's turn this in and get my Dalaran Hearthstone. Okay. There we go. I was also collecting a number of these saber mounts. I, of course, have... You know what I don't have right here? Hold on a second. There we go. Took me a long time to get this mount. I'm going to go ahead and use it. Took me a triple-digit attempts to get before this mount finally dropped for me, and you know, and, oh gosh. Zul'Gurub, there we go. I couldn't remember what it was called. Zul'Gurub. So, now of course I I prefer using this one here. Also, there's one other saber mount I need to show here. Right here. Spent a lot of time collecting service medals to get this mount. I love this mount. I'm so happy I got it. Anyways. What's this? Snow Feather? The eagle appears to have a message for you. To Papaneeks, the time has come to strike back at the Legion. Meet me at Hunter's Reach in Dalaran as soon as you can. Emerald Shade Warden. The Hunter's Reach. Hello.
Snowfeather delivered my message. Good. We have need of you. Ishnu.
Wish I could see you behind these Tauren. Your reputation precedes you. It's important that we speak. I find it funny she's saying that to me, because this is a fresh character at level 11. In case you're curious, she was like level 22 before the pre-patch came out. So it's just funny. She's like, oh, your reputation. What reputation? This character, I've hardly played this character at all. I've done like a couple of dungeons. I got out of the starting zone, and that's all I've done with this character. It's just funny. I realize that we've never met, but you will learn of my order soon enough. For now, pleasantries must wait. The Legion has returned to Azeroth stronger than ever, and we need new weapons to fight them. I've met 3 individuals here in Dalaran who have leads on ancient artifacts, which could prove vital in the battle to come. Acquiring these weapons demands the skills of a master hunter. Speak to each of them and decide whom you will aid first.
Thank you for your service.
So again, I bring up the aspect that doing this is a little awkward and funny because you don't have access to certain abilities that they would encourage you or require you to use in these quests. So I'm hoping like it provides those, otherwise it's gonna be a little awkward. Let's see. There he is. Hello, Griff.
I'm your dwarf.
Ah, so that lass Meryl Shade Warden sent you my way? Ah, seems she's good at her word, that one. I don't know a thing about this unseen path that she's part of, but I'm willing to hear her out.
She said that you know something about an ancient weapon?
Ah, I've been working with old Bran Bronzebeard, searching the Broken Isles for any edge against the Legion. We're close to finding the tomb of some very cool warlord that the legends say stole a rifle called Titan Strike. Bran got all excited going on about how that gun is infused with the power of storms and such. Sounds interesting, eh? If you're up for fetching it, I'm your dwarf.
Aye, the hunt's never over.
Yeah, that has a nice follow-up, that particular quest. You know what's another thing I like about this mount? It flies. Now, I don't have flying unlocked on this character yet. You're Alliance, not Horde. Don't go in there. Sometimes I have to remind myself, oh yeah, that's right, I can't go in there because I'm an Alliance character at the moment. Alright, let's see. Lake Larkspur and Apata High Mountain. Hello.
We must all do our duty.
I'm grateful that Lady Shadewarden found you. We have a chance to strike a major blow against the Legion. Do you know of a weapon that could help fight the Legion? My commander, Ranger General Varisa Windrunner, has uncovered a possible lead as to the whereabouts of her missing sister, Illyria. Illyria's knowledge of the Legion would be invaluable to our cause, and the bow that she carried with her, Thastorah, is an artifact of awesome power. Together, you and the Ranger General can save them both.
Good luck.
Now, this next one is the survival one, which I entertain the idea of actually making my High Mountain a hunter and strictly a survival hunter, because to me it made all the sense in the world to have a survival hunter get this survival hunter artifact weapon, since it's very close to the High Mountain people.
I am glad to see you.
Emerald Shadewarden is a noble soul. The Tauren of High Mountain have long been allies of the Unseen Path. Talonclaw, the spear wielded by my ancestor Huln High Mountain, was lost in battle against a fierce nightsaber called Dakar. Many have tried to retrieve it. All have failed. Our elders believe recovering Talonclaw is the key to driving the Legion from our lands. My brother Wuo and I are heading out to slay the beast and claim the spear. If you were to join us, we'd be sure to succeed.
Goodbye.
Oh hey, it's Cloud and Aerith.
Ishnu Dal Die.
Any of the 3 weapons that you learned of would be a huge boon in the war against the Legion, but your crusade must start with one of them, so you must choose. 3 weapons, 3 worthy paths. Acquiring one such artifact will be the first step in battling the Legion. The weapon will grow in power as you wield it, so you must choose the one which will be the focus of your efforts. After a time, you will be able to pursue the other weapons, but you must decide which to seek first. So we're going after marksmanship first. We'll do the other 2 later. Many years ago, the Ranger Illyria Windrunner wielded her family bow, Thastorah, to battle the Legion. Her current whereabouts are unknown. Wah wah. If Illyria could be located, her weapon would become a valuable asset in the war against the demons. You know what's funny about this is that when this first happened, we didn't know that they were going to have Illyria and Turalyon and the Argus stuff yet. And so people were all excited that we were finally going to find out something about Illyria and Doralion after all this time, since they've been missing since Warcraft 2. And when this quest came up, people were like, oh my gosh, we're going to find Illyria. It's just kind of, it's funny, like, looking back on it, knowing what we know now.
The hour of battle is at hand.
Now you must begin your pursuit of the artifact. It will not be easy to obtain, but a weapon this powerful seldom is. After you succeed, return here to me and we shall speak of at greater length. There is much for us to do. Thasdora is a mighty bow indeed. The weapon was carved from a limb of Thasala, the mother tree of Eversong, and infused with the magic of the Sunwell. I fought alongside its first wielder, Talanis Windrunner, during an Amani troll incursion. Ah, but such tales can wait for another time. Courier Larkspear was making preparations to depart. You can meet him at Crassus Landing.
Take care.
So this is very appropriate if you make a Blood Elf Hunter, and you play a Blood Elf Marksmanship Hunter, since this bow has history with, of course, the Blood Elf people. Or rather, the High Elves. This was before they became the Blood Elves. But you guys get my point. Gosh, I love seeing this many people here in Legion. People are getting the choice to level, and many of them are choosing Legion, and I just love it. It's just a great sight. I don't know, I can't recall seeing this many people in Dalaran in Legion, like since Legion was the current content, and it puts a big smile on my face.
We serve the Ranger General.
I don't know the full details, but a demon prisoner has given us the first solid lead on Illyria Windrunner's whereabouts in a very long time. The Ranger General has joined with members of the Farstriders on the Broken Shore. She's putting a team together, and your presence is crucial to its success. Time is of the essence. If Illyria and Thasdora are in the Legion's hands, it is only a matter of time until both are forfeit. If you're ready, head to the Broken Shore to meet with Ranger General Windrunner. She has lent her personal hippogriff to fly you down to the surface.
Victory will come.
So, let me just say real quick about Verisa. I don't know why this thing was like, I'm going to run on air. And now it's just falling. This isn't flying, it's falling with style. Look at this. Well, this is another bug I think that's going on, because it did not used to do this before. This is funny. Oh my goodness. We're just okay. Let me back up. Let me go back to what I was trying to say. I don't like that Verisa, for the most part, her character is just, I hate the Horde, I hate the Horde, I hate the Horde. When, I mean, it's understandable why she would hate Garrosh, but to extend that to the entirety of the Horde, to me, is unfair. And the fact that that is a good chunk of what her character actually is kind of a detriment to her character, in my opinion. And I don't like how she basically slips poison into Illyria's ears when we get to Argus, trying to basically make the Horde as a whole seem extremely bad to Illyria, who has had no real history or connection with the Horde other than what she had experienced back in Warcraft 1 and 2, as opposed to learning about what the current Horde is like. And I know for some people that's when I say that, they're kind of rolling their eyes at that, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. That she's more like overly excessive negative about it, and it just rubs me the wrong way. And I just don't like how they do that. And I mean, there is something about, I will say this about Verisa. There is one thing about her character I do like, and that's that she really does care about her family. But yeah, there are times where she just rubs me the wrong way. Also, this quest can be different if you show up here as a Horde character. Now, I'm showing up here as a Night Elf, part of the Alliance. She has something different to say to me if I show up here as a member of the Horde, because she doesn't like anyone who's on the Horde. And so if I show up here, she basically implies that she's simply going to tolerate me being here because our character is considered a champion of the Horde, and therefore we give them a good chance to succeed in their mission. But
This stinks of a trap. You can't rely on the word of a demon.
If it's lying, we'll have its head. But if there's even a chance it speaks the truth, we have to try.
look at all these low-level hunters here. All these players that chose Legion. I'm sorry, I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this.
My bow is at the ready.
The Farstriders have been interrogating captured demons. One of the vile creatures claims to know the whereabouts of someone crucial to our cause. You have long been a trusted hero of the Alliance, and like the rest of us, you have endured many hardships to reach this point. Now I must ask even more of you. Will you hear me out? Again, she says something different here if you're Horde. She's like, so you're considered a hero of the Horde, so I'm going to put up with this. Only because you may give us a chance to succeed. That's essentially what she says here.
Fight well.
If you're a Horde. Oh.
Baladash, Malin.
What is the mission?
Until next time. My eldest sister, Alaria, has been missing for years. A demon we captured claims she is being held on a Legion world called Niskara by some sort of Inquisition. Her return would be invaluable.
Admit it, Verisa. This mission is personal.
Well, of course it is.
Alaria's knowledge about the Legion could help us defeat them once and for all. Our goal is to reacquire a strategic asset. Nothing more.
I should be going with you. If this is a trap, you need my bow covering your backs.
No, Orestes. I won't risk anyone else until we're certain Alaria's there. I do not trust the demon's word. But this might be our only chance to save to retrieve a valuable ally.
I think it's kind of adorable how she's actually trying not to admit that this, acknowledge that she wants to save her sister. Of course she does. It's so obvious. And yet she's trying not to admit it, as if that somehow admitting that would make her less of a general in the eyes of the people who follow her. Or something like that. I'm like, why are you just hesitating on this, Verisa? The demon has told us how to open a portal to the world where he says Illyria is being held. You and I can go through and see if there is any truth to his claims. In case it's a trap, Magus Soulgaze has given me a portal stone to get us back to Dalaran. This demonic magic is anathema to the mage, so we must move quickly. I'm ready when you are.
Aldiel Shala.
Let's get underway.
Remember those we lost. Major Soulgaze. Empower the portal crystal.
Never was very good at following orders. See you on the other side.
You idiot.
Orestes, you fool! Now we have 2 allies to rescue. Follow me in!
Let me reiterate. I don't dislike Verisa. She at times rubs me the wrong way, but she's not someone I actively dislike. I feel like she takes her... Because, like I said, it's understandable. Garrosh, was a moron who used a mana bomb and committed an atrocity to Theramore, which also killed her husband, Ronan. But she extends that to basically implying that she wants to, go the route that Jaina was implying, which was, let's slaughter every single member of the Horde, which would include the civilians. And I'm sorry, no. But she never really makes it, that clear that that's how far she wants to go. Like Jaina did. But but the aspect about her I do like is that she does very much care about her family. She cared about her husband, she cares about her sons, and she cares about her sisters. In fact, in a comic, she actually reached out to Sylvanas, trying to see if she could actually try to reconnect with her and try to, reel her in and try to basically help her get some kind of, for lack of a better word, some of her humanity back. Tried to really kind of help turn her around. That was until Sylvanas kind of implied that she could help kind of bring them all together by making them all undead. And instead of just simply talking with her about it and telling her, no, I don't want that, especially for my children, she instead just left and didn't even say a word to Sylvanas. And Sylvanas, of course, took that horribly, because how would you react if something like that happened? So Verisa, I'm not going to say that she's responsible for the things that have happened since then involving Sylvanas, considering what we now know, but I'm sure it did not help.
No sign of Orestes. He's headstrong, but should have the sense to wait here for us. Let's ascend the rise ahead and see what we're up against. A sentry. Destroy it before it warns the others. Keep moving!
Summoners,
That was only
open
the
a portal.
first!
We need reinforcements!
Portal mages! Take them out before they bring reinforcements!
I don't have a target.
Ouch, ouch.
The summoners! Such determination! A pity you won't live to experience our glorious cathedral.
That structure in the distance must be the cathedral. Lead on. I'm with you.
Well, that one-shot him. Wow. Boy, if this is what I've been hearing about in regards to marksman hunters that have how strong they are nowadays, I can understand why people are getting very happy about it. They're like, woo, marksman hunter, woo! I mean, I don't have that much personal, experience, actually playing the spec, but I am getting more and more interested in leveling this character and just playing as marksman. Because I do like the idea of the playstyle of the spec. I've just also liked the idea of Beastmaster having 2 pets and trying to emphasize them. But hey, if I can just be a straight-up archer... And I know that there's a talent to get rid of your pet to increase your damage. Like, right here, Lone Wolf, increase your damage by 10% when you don't have a pet. But I'm sorry, I still love having a pet because it's part of the thing about a hunter that I absolutely love.
My bow
Orestes!
skills are second to none.
Beware, the Hound Mistress.
How convenient. Your little group will make an excellent meal for my hounds!
Witch. I'll gut your beasts and take your head for what you've done!
Hardly more than a morsel. But I suppose you'll have... Who will feed my darlings?
I like how they care about their pets. Like, even the demons of the Burning Legion care about their
Any
pets.
sign of Valeria?
No, but didn't make it to the cathedral. Wounds bad. It's so cold.
Orestes. Try to... Orestes!
Good luck, friends. Save Valeria.
Rest in the light, Orestes.
You believe yourselves worthy to enter the cathedral? Then come forth and be tested.
Come, let's find Ilaria and finish this.
By the way, I'm sure this is exactly what players envision and ask for when they keep saying they want high elves as a playable race. Sure. I mean, I think Blizz's response to that was like, okay, void elves. And players were like, that's not the same and you know it. But to me, that's basically what Blizz was saying. It's like, okay, we'll give you high elves, here, void elves.
I don't have a target.
Almost there! Keep fighting!
Boy, I miss the big AoE, like, you know, thing where it's like, you know... Ooh, bursting shot. Explosion of bolts to all enemies in front of you. Not quite the one I'm thinking of. There's another ability marksmen get where it's just like a bunch of arrows just in a big cone where you're just like... Pyum, 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 pyum. And it looks awesome, and I want that right now.
On the threshold of oblivion. Your lives belong to the Inquisition. Now I shall measure
I'm going to
your
relish
with my
silence of my
life.
fiend.
Surrendered so much to rescue your precious Illyria. Come forth and reap your reward.
I'm sorry. I just want... That's an example of something that I've just always found hilarious about Legion. You know, the demons will stand there and be like, you stand on the threshold of oblivion. You're lying. You know, like they just start, you know, like you will never succeed and you will die. And we just kill them in 2 shots. And they're like, oh. It's just like they just start completely... They start monologuing. You know, the joke from Incredibles, they start monologuing and then boom, we just kill them in 1 or 2 hits. It's way too funny.
The Inquisition sees all! Every truth, every lie!
Oh, I can do that while moving. Nice. Pew! Can't do aim shot, though.
It is too far away. I need a target. I'm out of range.
Okay. Barisa, come on.
I can't attack that target.
Ah!
Up ahead. That looks like the interrogation area.
Come on, Barisa.
What have you done with Ilaria, monster?
Another windrunner for my collection! Oh, confess to me.
Forget about me! Save Ilaria!
You refuse another. This Narisa should prove useful until she breaks. You, however, well, every mortal life must end.
target. He's tearing into my mind!
Alright.
I felt those eyes peering into my soul. Had you not freed me, Enough. I must know if Valeria was truly held captive here, or if this was all a ruse to trap us.
A ruse.
Was she here for days? Years? Centuries? The mage was right. Time has little meaning in this place. By the light. There! It's her bow! Thasdora! Alaria was here. Her bow's presence is the proof. Doubtless she escaped, and the Inquisitor sought to use me to lure her back. Thasdora began as my family's legacy, but now this weapon has a greater purpose. This is a bow worthy of a hero like Alaria. A hero like you. Take Thasdora, champion. Use it to lead the fight to save Azeroth.
Pretty cool looking bow. It's got some other cool appearances as well.
I know.
Oh, and it gives you a cool looking quiver.
Find the invaders! Retake the cathedral! Slaughter them all!
Sounds like we're about to be overrun. Let us leave this wretched place to the demons. Greetings.
You fought well this day. I am in your debt. I am ready to use the portal stone and take us back to Dalaran. Let's get out of here.
Together we will.
Okay.
My bow is at the ready.
We didn't recover Illyria, but at least we have proof that she was there. She will be found. I know it. Oh yes, I can guarantee you that, Varisa. Thasdora has long been symbolic of the Windrunner family, but until Illyria's return, it belongs in your hands. Use it to rally the greatest hunters of Azeroth and drive the Burning Legion back to the Abyss. Now that you wield Thasdora, it's time to learn more about the Night Elf who set you on this journey. I suggest returning to the Hunter's Reach shop, where you met my courier. Whoever this Emerald Shade Warden is, it seems that she has some part to play in the war against the Legion. Until next time, Varisa. I'll see you on Argus. Ooh, Windrunning.
Ranger General Windrunner.
Oh, that's right.
Did you find...
Alaria was gone, but we recovered Thasdora. It is now in the
That's interesting. Thasdora's winds increase your movement speed by 25%.
Amazing.
I didn't think that the effects of the Legion artifact weapons actually worked anymore.
Orestes was lost.
Sure.
I should send word to Halderon. Come, Larkspur.
At once.
The unseen path welcomes you.
There is much to do, noble hunter, but first I suppose you will want to learn a little bit more about who I am and why I have sought you out. Since ancient times, my order has stood vigil on these broken isles, watching for the Legion's return. Only a handful of us remain, but that changes today. The artifact that you hold is more than a weapon. It is a symbol that will unite hunters of all kingdoms and creeds. I'm sure that you have questions. Meet me at the True Shot Lodge in High Mountain and see with your own eyes what awaits us. Snowfeather and I will make our own way there.
Ande Thorasa Thil.
Alright. So yeah, other than the legendary bow that you can get from Kil'jaeden and the Sunwell Plateau, I do think this actually looks like one of the more cooler bows that you can get in the game. And it's got some other really cool looking extra appearances as well. Of course, as I mentioned, the thing about that one bow I was using, you know, it's one of those bows that I spent a lot of time trying to get before I could actually get it. And this one here took me a while to, because you have to work your way to Illidan in the Black Temple, and then you have to hopefully, hope that he drops this for a character that can actually pick it up. So, like there are others, there are some of the Thas'dorah appearances. There's some, some of these other bows I also really like as well. The Golden Bow of Quel'Tha Lost, the Sun Fury Bow of the Phoenix. There's the Eye of the Flame, the Jaws of the Earth. This is a bow you can get from Dragon Soul, I believe. Kind of playing on the idea of Deathwing. So, to me, the idea of a Deathwing Heart Striker. This is another interesting looking one. There's a number of very interesting looking bows. So, Huntmaster's Longbow. Yeah, you can see I haven't collected that many bow appearances, mainly because I haven't really, played that much on my other hunter that has been my main one that I've just mainly used for Beastmaster and mainly just for collecting and farming things. And I don't know, there was just something about the playstyle of hunter that didn't seem all that appealing to me compared to other classes. But I will say, the more I'm looking at marksman, and especially the more positive things I'm hearing. Now, in the last patch, 8.3, the Ny'alotha patch for BFA, Beastmaster was definitely considered the best of the hunter specs. It was constantly one of those top-rated specs when it came to, seeing how high they were on the DPS meters in raids as well as Mythic Plus dungeons. Now, Marksman wasn't bad. It just, Beastmaster was just consistently, higher, especially from my own personal experience from what I was seeing. But right now, I'm hearing that Beastmaster has gotten nerfed, and that Marksman is looking really, really good. My gosh, look at all the hunters here. All the players. And also all the NPC hunters. This is something else I'm going to be talking about in just a moment, because this is part of a lead-in to... I mentioned this in the Warlock video. And this was something I forgot to mention in the Mage video, was all the mages from, that were there that, are from the lore and such. The same thing with Warlocks and such, and how much it plays up the class fantasy. Now, while this may not play up the class fantasy all that much, and while the campaign itself may not be all that great in terms of the storyline and such, there are quite a few hunters and such here, and it somewhat does play up some some of the class fantasy, depending on which spec you're constantly looking at. So, but there are some cool things, you'll notice this Great Eagle here. This is an extra way of transportation around the Broken Isles. It's an extra set of flight masters, especially if you didn't have flying unlocked yet. This was extra set of flight masters that only hunters had access to. I thought it was a really cool thing.
Well met.
I have observed your skill for some time, watched you from a distance. Wait, that sounds a little creepy. I'm sorry, my social skills are a tad rusty. Let me start again. Our order has been on the lookout for hunters who could lead the unseen path into a new era. No one is more qualified for that role than you. For 1,000 years, the unseen path has watched and waited. We remained few in number, quietly acting behind the scenes when Azeroth needed us. Only a select few even knew our group existed. But the time for lingering in the shadows is over. Before we begin our work, you should hear more about the unseen path.
Our duty is to all of Azeroth. Please walk with me, Hunter. The Unseen Path was founded after the War of the Ancients to safeguard the people of Azeroth. From these broken isles, we watched for the Legion's return. As we arrived here to build the True Shot Lodge, the Eagle Spirit, Onara, appeared and gave her blessing. From that day forth, we called this mountain Talon Peak. Over the centuries, most of my fellow Watchers have been lost. The few of us remaining sought out heroes worthy to heed the call when the unseen path was needed once again.
The Silver Covenant stands with you.
The Farstriders vow to fight at your side.
The unseen path is reborn.
I'm sure some of these names probably seem familiar to you, right? I want you to keep that in mind for when we get to the Warrior Order Hall. It's going to be part of a point I'm going to be making.
Ishnu Allah.
The Legion has returned, and the unseen path needs new blood, new leadership. The weapon you hold is proof there is no one better suited to this task. Will you take up the mantle? Will you fulfill the oath that my order took so long ago? Assembled before you are many of our world's greatest archers, rangers, beastmasters, and trappers, ready to fight the Legion as one. It is time to take your first step in becoming a true leader of hunters. This is another thing I want to point out. How many of these order halls we end up getting named the leader of? That the order halls look to us to be their new leader and kind of rally them in the fight against the Burning Legion. Remember that when we get to Warrior. We gather at the fire pit and take our oaths of service before the statue of Onara. Touch the statue and kneel before it while I recite the oath, and the unseen path will be reborn.
Thank you for your service. We are the Watchers in the wild. We are the eagle on the wind. We walk the lonely road. For ours is the unseen path. Up in the sky, behold, Onara! The spirit of the eagle has returned. The hour of battle is at hand.
Onara has not appeared to us since the Order's founding. This is surely a sign that with you guiding us, the unseen path will triumph over the Legion. Now that your artifact is ready, it is time to plan your first strike against the Legion. Speak to Tactician Tinderfell, our expert on such matters.
Take care.
The Sentinels stand ready to assist you. The Dark Lady has lent her rangers to your cause, Hunt Master. By the way, this is where we can alter our weapon. So yeah, that's the baseline. And we can change the color tint. This is the upgraded appearance when we complete the campaign. This is the balance of power appearance. This is the PvP appearance, the Ranger General's Guard. And then there's the secret appearance or the Mage Tower appearance, which I never got. And I believe the secret appearance has to do with getting rep for the Azuna faction. I think.
Victory lies ahead.
Hail, Pathfinder! It will be my honor to aid you in the fight against the Legion. The Legion believes that we are still reeling from our loss at the Broken Shore. Let's prove them wrong. Our scouts have mapped out the Broken Isles, so yeah, this is the, hey, now choose which zone you're going to go to. To me, it's appropriate for a hunter to start off with High Mountain, partly because of some of the, the fact that the Order Hall is within the High Mountain zone, plus, at some point, you're going to be asked, hey, go recruit Hemet Nessingwary, and you have to do his quests in High Mountain in order to recruit him. So to me, it just makes complete sense. Also, I believe Rexar is in this zone, which you can recruit.
Will fall. Be ready for anything.
So yeah, there's also a portal to Dalaran right up that ramp as well.
Hail.
As leader of our order, other hunters will look to you for guidance. Many will be willing to pledge themselves to you, doing whatever is necessary in the name of the unseen path. I know of 2 within our ranks who are impressed with what they have seen, and will want to help you in any way they can. Seek them out and let them ease the burden of leadership.
Ancestors watch over you. Peace, friend.
So there's Stormhoof, the Skyhorn emissary.
As with those that came before me, I pledge my service to you and the unseen path.
I cannot get my voice that deep. I do like the look of this place. With a little less gurgling this time. If a wild beast smells fear on you, you're dead. Or sausage. If they smell sausage, you'll be mauled. A lot of cute little stuff here.
Ishnu Dal Dieb. May your weapon strike true.
Even with the support of your fellow hunters, the crusade against the Legion will consume much of your time and attention. It is a war that you cannot fight alone. I first served our order's founder, Namurla Gladesong, acting as her eyes and ears when she was needed elsewhere. It would be my honor to do the same for you.
I pledge my loyalty to you, and to the unseen path for all my days.
There are still 2 paths that you may walk, 2 powerful weapons that you might yet obtain to aid you in the fight against the Legion. I will help you recall your remaining options, of course.
Our duty.
So we will be doing the other 2 later. So that is basically it for the intro for the Hunter class Order Hall, and that is the quest to obtain Thazdraw, the artifact weapon for the Marksmanship Hunter. And when we return to our Hunter here, I will be showing you the other 2 for Beastmaster and Survival. Gosh, I love seeing this, a bunch of Hunter players here. Look at this. This is great. I love this. Stay tuned.